If you've ever felt guilty for resting, like you should be doing more, you're not alone. But here's the thing, rest is not something you have to deserve. Hi, I'm Lisa Marie with Balance Begins Here, and today I'm going to talk about a story we've been told for way too long, that rest is something you have to earn, that it only comes after you've hustled, checked all the boxes, or finally reached that magical point of being caught up. Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to deserve rest to receive it. You don't have to qualify. You don't have to prove your worth. You already are worthy just by being alive. Somewhere along the way, many of us started believing that what they deem as too much rest is indulgent or selfish, and that unless we burned ourselves out, we're not allowed to pause. Especially as moms, the guilt can feel heavy. If I'm not productive every second, I'm letting someone down. But think about that logic there. If you're exhausted, stressed, or running on fumes, are you really showing up as your best self for your kids, your partner, your work, or even for yourself? Of course not. Rest isn't what takes you away from the important parts of life. Rest is what fuels you to actually be present for them. So let's start to change this thought process. Rest isn't something you have to deserve. Rest is something that belongs to you already as a human being. No one looks at a newborn baby and says, she hasn't done enough to deserve her nap, right? Because babies sleep because their bodies and minds need it. And honestly, that never stops being true for us. The only difference is somewhere along the line, we attached our worth to what we produce. But your value is not in your productivity. It's in your presence. And presence needs rest. Here's where intuition comes in. Your body and your inner knowing are always communicating with you. When you feel the nudge to pause, to stretch, to close your eyes for 10 minutes, that's guidance. But instead of listening, most of us override it with guilt, like, I shouldn't, I don't have time, I haven't done enough yet. What if you experimented with doing the opposite, with actually trusting that inner voice? If your body whispers that it needs a break, what if you just honored it? No guilt, no justification. Following what feels good is not laziness. It's alignment. And when you're aligned, the work you do show up for flows more easily. Here's the ironic thing. When you stop forcing yourself to earn rest and you actually allow it, you often discover you need less of it than you thought. Because rest taken intuitively restores you much faster than pushing through. You give yourself 5, 10, 20 minutes of real presence and rest, and suddenly you feel clear, energized, and ready to keep going. That's flow. And flow makes you feel lighter. You're not dragging yourself through the day waiting for permission. You're moving with your own natural rhythm. So here's a practice you can try. Next time you hear that guilt voice say, you don't deserve to rest yet, respond with, I don't have to deserve it. I simply receive it. Treat rest the way you treat breathing. You don't earn your next breath, you just take it because you need it. Rest works the same way. This matters not just for you, but for your kids too, because they're watching. If they see you constantly running on empty, they'll learn that that's normal. But if they see you listening to your body and honoring your needs and allowing for rest without guilt, they'll learn that too. And that's a gift. Kids who grow up knowing their worth is not tied to their output. So let this sink in. Rest isn't a prize you win. It's a need you honor. You don't have to deserve it. You just have to allow it. And when you do, you'll notice something powerful. The calm you've been chasing, the sense of ease and peace you think you'll get after you've finally done enough, is actually available to you right now. That's what we'll talk about in the next video. The calm you're seeking is already inside you. I'll see you in the next one.